you discuss almost any thinker's flaws in their thinking except for Jung's. What were his? Well, I think Jung overgeneralized his experiences, his clinical experiences. Uh, he conceptualized the hero's journey as something that was fundamentally creative and interior. And I think that that's probably true only for people who are really high in trait openness, who are creative. And I suspect that Jung attracted a tremendously disproportionate number of creative people to his practice, given the nature of his personality and his interests. I've found in my own practice that when I had creative people, they were very inclined towards the discussion of literary themes. They framed their life in literary terms. They were prolific dreamers, very interested in dream analysis. They enjoyed a literary approach to life. My more conservative clients, often equally high performing, although I had a practice that spanned the entire range of human ability, they weren't interested or captivated by that at all. And for them, the primary adventure of life wasn't internal or literary. It was external and practical. And the more agreeable types, their life was primarily social rather than symbolic or creative. They found most of the meaning in their life as a consequence of the intimate relationships that they were able to establish. It wasn't infrequent, and this was more true of women than of men, and they are higher in agreeableness on average. I had conscientious clients who would frame their life in terms of their accomplishments, their career accomplishments. That's how they parsed their life up temporally. First, I was in school, and then I went to university and I studied this, and then it was all external, it was all achievement oriented. Whereas the more agreeable types, they would say, well, when I was 12 years old to 14, I had this relationship, and then I moved to this relationship, usually the intimate relationship, so sometimes familial, framed their life that way. Jung was introverted and highly, highly open. And so that skewed his view in a particular way. And then because he was psychoanalytic, he also tended to view the psyche as sane as a consequence of its internal organization and even its internal ethic, and placed much less stress on the role of